What's up, everybody? Coach Gigi here with you, and today we are talking about different kinds of self-massage tools. We got everything from foam rollers to vibrating foam rollers to lacrosse balls to soccer balls. So all of these things share a common goal of helping realign our myofascial tissue or our connective tissues, but each of them serves a unique purpose. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and buy all of these things at once, but I'm just going to go over the benefits of using each of them. So to start, we'll look at our standard foam roller. This one actually came with my rumble roller. It just fits right inside there. So typically these will be a little bit bigger, but the density of the foam is pretty soft. This is a great tool for someone who is just starting out with foam rolling because our tissues can be a little bit more sensitive to it. So anything with a little bit more give like this, example, a tennis ball as well is going to be nicer than a lacrosse ball because it doesn't apply quite as much pressure to the tissues. This one is also a little bit shorter, so anything that's longer, you'll have a little bit more wiggle room. From there, we can start to look at our rumble roller. So this guy is a little bit more dense, so the foam won't be quite as comfortable. And then it's also got these little knots on here. What these knots do is help to separate the skin from the muscle, so to speak, as you're rolling. So it just helps create a little bit more movement within those tissues that we're rolling. Again, it can be quite a bit more uncomfortable. From here, we're looking at our Hyper Ice foam roller. So this one is super, super dense because it also vibrates. Now, the key with the vibration is, again, it helps just create more movement within that muscle. So it's moving fluids. It's also a little bit more neuromuscular stimulation, can help those nerves start to relax a bit. Hello, kitten's very interested in it. These are quite a bit more expensive, so you don't necessarily need these to get that same tissue separation. A rumble roller with some three-dimensional movement while you're rolling will work just as well. From here, we're looking at smaller implements. So I love lacrosse balls because they are not quite as dense as a softball. They have a teeny tiny bit of give, but they are still nice and solid, and they're smaller, so you can work on smaller muscle groups such as your feet, your hips, even your shoulders and your neck. This guy that we're looking at is pretty much the same thing. It's from Hyper Ice, but it does have the ability to vibrate. So again, being able to move more fluids into those areas. This is just a step up from that. It's a little bit bigger. Again, this one vibrates. This is from Hyper Ice. This guy's awesome. This is great, I found, for my hamstrings especially, a muscle group that doesn't respond quite as well to the foam roller. I feel like I need to get in there and dig in a little bit more. This roller is great. And then finally, we have just a good old-fashioned soccer ball. Now, you can do some belly breathing on a foam roller, but I found that a ball, A, is easier to deflate, so you can take a little bit of the pressure off. But the ball also just kind of fits our abdomen shape as well. So instead of just having a straight line across while we're trying to breathe, the ball tends to fill in that space a little bit better. So again, each of these implements has a specific use, but they all have the same common goal of helping to realign our connective tissues. Be sure to check out the videos following this one to learn how to foam roll specific muscle groups.